The Justice Development and Peace Commission (JDPC) of the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja has organized a day of interfaith prayer and rally to create awareness on the dangers of human trafficking in the country.
And everything that has to do with human trafficking will be eliminated from our land, and we live in peace and harmony and joy. We make all our prayers through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Mr. Timothy Eje, the program director of JDPC, in his welcome address, emphasized the essence of the interfaith prayer rally.
Today is the feast of St. Josephine Bakita, and she was a victim of human trafficking. And she was not trafficked once, she was trafficked several times. And the interesting thing is that she was disposed to the will of God for her, even though she was going through trauma. She was suffering and all that, but she didn't despair. She prayed to God, and she was even able to convert her abductors. You know that she was able to talk to them and encourage them to stop this act that they are into, because the act of human trafficking is wrong and is in the federal trade against humanity. And so she was even able to convert them. And the interesting part is that the traffickers gave her a name. The name you hear, everybody call her St. Josephine Bakita. Bakita was given to her by her abductors, by her traffickers. And what does Bakita mean? Fortune. So they saw that in her and they were able to change from their way. So we are talking to all traffickers, wherever they are, to please move from this nefarious trade into something more profitable, because human trafficking is a crime against humanity.
Speaking to journalists after the prayer session, the director of JDPC, Reverend Father Solomon Uko, explained why the celebration of the Day of Prayer was necessary.
We're God's children, and knowing that we come from God, the link we have with God is prayers, and we cannot pray. In fact, we cannot even pray enough. So every day of our lives, we try to link up with the divine, which is through prayers. That is why today, being the 8th day of this month of February, has been set aside as an International Day of Prayer and Awareness against human trafficking. And in the church, we celebrate the feast of Saint Josephine Bakita, who is the patron of those who have been trafficked. So we ask for her intercession. We ask, she experienced being trafficked herself, so she understands what goes on in the minds of those who have fallen victims of traffickers. So we ask for our intervention, for our intercession to help eradicate and eliminate human trafficking in our society.
The Director General of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri-Azi, who was represented by the Chief Intelligence Officer on Public Enlightenment, Mrs. Emoze Helen, outlined some of the efforts the federal government was making in curbing human trafficking.
The agency is doing a whole lot in curbing human trafficking in Nigeria. Last year, the agency started sensitizing and inaugurating NAPTIP anti-human trafficking vanguards in all the federal unity colleges. And so far, 62 federal unity colleges has been sensitized and NAPTIP vanguard has been inaugurated. Recently, the agency just got approval to also sensitize and inaugurate NAPTIP anti-human trafficking vanguards in all the military schools all over Nigeria and the police colleges all over Nigeria. Approval has also been given to the agency to handle that. Then the agency has also embarked on community sensitizations, going into the deep communities to sensitize and create awareness on the dangers of human trafficking through the community leaders, the market women, the road transport workers, and all other stakeholders that can have impact in helping to curb this issue.
The event also provided an opportunity for the cluster members to brainstorm on how best they can fight the menace of trafficking in the country.
It has a special